Whether you're hosting family or friends, it's always best to prepare some tasty snacks for your guests to nibble on as they mingle, or just in case someone shows up.
Right, just in case.
Yeah.
Especially homemade snacks. So here to show us how to make delicious cheese straws or crackers or bites. And Annabelle, Lytle Rich, we call you Annie.
Yes, Annie works just
You're our buddy.
really
From
well.
Shelburne Falls Coffee Roasters. We're making cheese straws or any form of shape.
Yep, it's a traditional Southern snack, and it's called cheese straws, but you can make it in any type of shape that you want to make. And I really like to make them in little medallions because they're way easier for me to put together when I have guests that unexpectedly show up or that I'm running behind in my day and people are coming over for drinks.
It's that traditional New England twist you're putting on.
Yes, exactly. It's like a northern answer to the southern cheese straw.
So here's what they look like when we finish it up. How do we start them?
So this is an incredibly easy recipe. It takes just a few minutes and just a few ingredients, and it's a pantry snack, so you can usually find all the ingredients you need in your pantry. So what I have here is about a ½ pound of grated sharp cheddar cheese. And I like to use Cabot cheddar cheese, just more of the north into my southern snack.
And people shouldn't keep that in their pantry. We know it's a pantry snack.
No, don't keep that in the pantry. Definitely keep that in the refrigerator.
Please refrigerate your cheese. We're going to get a lot of angry emails.
Yeah, please refrigerate your cheese at all times. All right, so you have that. Then you have 2 cups of flour, and then you have 2 sticks of butter, a little bit of salt, and then I put in cayenne and paprika. You can hold the cayenne, you can hold the paprika, but you want something with a little bit of spice.
Yes, it does. Oh, they're so good. It tastes delicious.
So good. So then it's like a grown-up Cheez-It. So then what you're going to do is you are going to add all of your dry ingredients into either a blender, a food processor. You can use a mixer with handles. So you're going to add all your dry ingredients in and then pulse.
Okay.
And then you're going to add your butter and your cheese and blend that together until you get a nice mixture. And so your mixture is going to look like this. You beat it for about 2 to 3 minutes.
Do you mind if I hold it for a second?
You can absolutely hold that.
Everybody at home to see that. So a couple minutes is all it takes?
Not even, probably 1 minute of just blending it until it is smooth. And then you can either put it into a pastry bag with a tip and pipe straws if you want a more traditional look. Or what I do is you just take little bits of it. And you want to take an ungreased
It's like grown-up Play-Doh at this point.
Yeah, at this point it's and in fact some recipes I've read have said that it should look exactly like Play-Doh, so that is a good observation.
To a Play-Doh
so I did a good
consistency.
job. So then you take little bits, and if you want to make, I made bigger crackers, but if you want to make smaller bite size.
Yeah, I want a little bite-sized one.
So you're going to just roll them and just kind of flatten them out. Pop them on your tray.
I've got to, can I get some of that? I've got to play with my food.
Play with the Play-Doh. And you want this to be room temperature. So you can make this in advance and pop it into your fridge. And it will keep for a few days. So if you know you might be having people over for the weekend, you can make it on Wednesday night when maybe you have more time. And, ooh.
This one is both a seal and a slug.
I mean, you could just, if you were really creative, you could do all different types of animals.
You know, it might be a resting duck too. Yeah, right?
Yeah,
a duck in a pond just hanging out.
It's really nice.
Thanks, Ashley.
So you want to do these and you bake them. Go for it. Knock yourself out. You're going to want to bake them for 15 to 20 minutes. You want to see them. They're going to be very hard. They're going to be hard and crispy at the end, and so you can kind of touch them and see if they've crisped up. And you can also just look and see if they're turning slightly brown around the edges.
And they're flaky, delicious, and Seth is going to
My newest creation. This one is it's an earthworm and the snake hybrid.
Oh, I love it.
It's an earthworm snake.
I want to see what else you can make.
That's about it.
So later on in the show with you, Annie, we're going to be making a snack board, and that's another thing that you can use to entertain with when your guests come over and put it out and look super fancy and chic.
With your cheese straw animals.
And we're gonna be. There's nothing that says chic like cheese straw animals.
Yeah, you're like, look at this slug.
It's the epitome of sleek.
That's what you get. Of the earth creatures.
That's what you get.
We're back with Annie Lytle Rich from Shelburne Falls Coffee Roasters. We made these delicious cheese crackers earlier.
And now we're going to assemble it. Well, I have assembled it, but this is a way that you could assemble it into an entire snack board for when your guests come over. So we have the cheese straw crackers in the middle. And again, anytime you do any type of board or you're having guests over, I always think it's so good to have something that's homemade, that's just signature to you, that they're only going to get when they come over to your house. And so the cheese straws are that in our board. Then we have some nice cured meats. We have a fruit, and you can use whatever is seasonal. I always love peaches, so they're always seasonal to me. And so that's what we did today. And then I like to do something a little different. And so what we have here are some radishes. And these I just grab these at the grocery store. If you have fresh ones, you can use them. And so what we do is we have the radishes, and then we have some melted butter, and then we have some Himalayan salt. And so what you do is you take the radish, and you can dip it in the butter, roll it in the salt, and it is a nice, delicious. And this is so
I'm gonna
delicious.
try it, yeah.
Because the
Hook me up with
radish,
one of
you
these.
get that nice spiciness, but then the cream of the butter and just a little bit of the salt, and look how beautiful it is.
That's pretty good. All right, lay it
But
on
you
me.
have
That
this.
is gonna be a
You
salty
have it
one.
like this on your cheese board, so it's DIY radish and butter.
Exactly. Some people just like it with salt. That's pretty amazing, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's surprising.
It's one of those things like.
Oh, I gotta do it.
Yeah, you gotta do it. Grab
If you
a
dip
radish.
something in butter, it just tastes like butter.
It just
and
tastes
it's great.
Yep, but then you get that kick at the end, and it's really refreshing.
And it's
so
healthy,
it goes
it's a radish.
great with a pre-dinner drink. It goes great in the afternoon with a glass of tea. And so when you have that with a little prosciutto and a homemade cheese snack, you are good to go. And for people who have a sweet tooth, you have some delicious fresh peaches.
That's a lot of salt, buddy. Just
I don't
warning you
know.
right now.
No, you know what? It's hard to have two. It's good for you.
How's
It's
that?
Himalayan. That looks so
All
beautiful.
I want to watch you take a bite then. Looks good. Annie, thank you so much. Right?
Thank you.
Surprising.